My dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Asif. I am talking about English language to make easy English language speaking because every person, every student wants to speak English very confidently, but every person, student, uh, does not speak English, but she wants to speak English. Here is very important point to note that when any student goes to any coaching center to speak English, so at first he or she learns English grammar, so he also learns and he gets success for learning English grammar, but and speaking time is near for her, for him, so she does not speak English. uh, Here is very important point to speak English, your confidence, because if any teacher says to you speak English with confidently, so you do not obey to himself, uh, because your weak point is with you, so that's why you don't speak English, because you know the grammar and you have learned English grammar, but you are not interested to speak English. So that's why here is the main point, to speak English, to improve English for you. I must advise to you, if you learn English language course from any coaching, from any institute, so this is not an important thing to learn English grammar, but it must be very important to improve English after learning the English grammar to speak English, because here is the need, very important need to your confidence. If your confidence is not here to speak English, so that's why your grammar, your learned grammar is useless for you, because when any person learns English grammar, so his or her confidence is not appeared in the time of learning English grammar, because he she keep quietly has learned English grammar, but after learning the process, when the time starts to speak English, so his or her confidence is appeared, and this is the main time to show yourself in the English language. So I understand that the important time for speaking English after learning grammar, uh, so you must not waste your time at the time of speaking English grammar. uh, that's why if you go to speak English, go to improve your English for an institute, so uh, not only in this time your money, and but also your time has been spent. So I advise to you that if you learn English grammar, so you start your English from learned first day, and if you don't speak English, so your English grammar must be damaged due to not speaking English. If any student goes to coaching and only learns English grammar and does not speak English, and after coming back he thinks a lot for speaking English, but his home atmosphere is not good for speaking English, so that's why his English grammar is only to learn English grammar, not to speak English. So your time is very important. If your time is has been, if your time has been spent in anything, so the thing must be gotten by yourself. If you learn the English grammar, so you can watch that the you English grammar is not only for the person who speak English with you, and you properly speak English with them. And if you don't speak English with them and you learn only English grammar, so I can say that you only write English grammar, not speak English. In the speaking purpose, any speaker does not feel that what he is speaking English in English grammar. And if any person writes English grammar, use files and documentation work, so must be prefer English grammar. But in the speaking time, you don't prefer English grammar, and you must speak English with your confidence, and your confidence must be increased to speak English grammar. If you don't think about yourself to speak English grammar, to improve English grammar, so you must not go ahead. If you want to go ahead in English grammar in your confidence for brilliant future, so you must be take the first step to speak English with confidently in your separation at your home. If you shy to speak English, so it will be abundance loss for your speaking English. So that's why you drop, you ignore any nervous situation and speak English confidently. This must be very beneficial situation for you, and not only for your current situation but also for the future situation. So I hope that you must understand my thing about English speaking conversation. So I must face to you in the future. You must speak English with your family members, with your friends, and I want to watch English speaking. That's why we are Muslim, and we must speak English with others, because we are proud of us to be Muslim. But we must speak English with confidently, because we are not back in any field for others person, because we are the famous creation from Allah, and we must not forget our personality, our goodness, because we have taken this proud from Allah. We must be recognize our importance to show ourselves to the others. It must be very important for us and for others. So please, you spend your time in speaking English and confidence, with confidence. That must be very important for your good personality and your future. I advise to you, you never waste your time only learning grammar. You also speak English with confidently. So I nextly guide you for the English importance in my next video, and you must receive my instruction for the speaking English conversation class. Thank you for the next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.